Hello!
Hello!
Hello! Hi
everyone! Sorry, just...
It's alright. It's us! We're here! We're here without Deb. So, yeah. Hopefully everything is working and you can see us and you can hear us. Please tell us if you can see us and hear us.
Yeah, we might have some technical problems since Deb is not here and she usually runs the thing, so we just like make up as we go. It's just like press buttons.
So like if you can't hear us, if something is wrong, if the sound is too low, just say something. We'll try to get it fixed. You're all saying hello, so that must mean things are okay. Yeah. Yes, Poppy Blizz, it is a sausage fest.
We didn't want it to say that, but...
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what...
Well, both Sophie and Deb were on holiday in the same week, so...
We should not do this again. No.
Well, yeah, Sophie and Deb are both on holiday.
And the new guy, I don't know, have you actually been in this
I've
thing
been
before?
once, yeah.
Yeah. So
Second time. So.
You all remember Max?
Yeah.
Max? Everyone remembers Yanis, the hero of Transformers. The real hero.
He's the hero that this game deserves.
Hiro is with us.
And I'm Josh.
And Josh is always here.
And it's
just don't let him take any holiday or anyways, he can't go.
Yeah, I actually got to take one a couple of weeks back. It was... it happened.
Well, you see it on the stream, but you didn't know. You just made a...
Oh, did you have a cardboard cutout?
Hi, everybody. I'm Josh. Howdy, y'all.
I'm from Alabama. Howdy. So we're here. We're here for the transforming and the earth warring. It's all happening. Things are going on. What are we going to do today? We're going to talk about a new event. We've got the event Haywire coming up this weekend. It's awesome. It's a chance to win a Prime Core. It's cool. We have the Alpha Trion Challenge Battle. I think we all agreed that Alpha Trion was the way to say it. We have the Alpha Trion Challenge Battle, show a little bit about that. We going to talk about some things we're working on for the upcoming release. Some bots that we have improved. I think you will be delighted by some changes. We have a special event coming up in a few short weeks to discuss.
Next week.
Yes. Next week.
But the next one will be nice.
That's right. And we'll have some Q&A. We've got some trivia. People, you can win stuff, just like as if Deb were here.
Should we say hi to people as if Deb was here?
Yes, let's say hi.
They are complaining already.
All right, so hello everyone. Hello to Skywarp again. Yay, Skywarp.
The first one.
Yay, first one. Hello to Dirty Spot, always here. Thank you. Hello to Uncle Scrooge. Hello to Zentar. Uncle Scrooge thinks I look like Booger from Revenge of the Nerds. A lot of people say that. I'm not sure I get it. Definitely skinnier version. Hello to Back 40. Back 40. Got that. Hello to Tuna Sub 514. Hello to Cronus Prime. Hey, welcome. Hello to Turbo Elvin. Hello to Gear Jammers. Z. Gear Jammers. Hello to Darby Hendricks. Hey to Michigan Alex. Hey to Scourge 1024. Hey to McBitter 31. Hey to Kieran Robinson. How's it going, everybody? Let's see who
There's
else
some
we
from
have.
Facebook.
Please.
Hello to Britformers. Hello to Ross Alvarez III. Hello to Alex Lee Hochmeyer. Hello to Lethan Smith, and hello to Sudhir Kumar. Oh, definitely not good with the foreign names.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You can handle all the Greek names.
Hello, Brandon Coons. I don't see any Greek names, so yeah. Hello, Juan Pacheco.
I can help you.
Right.
Hello, Juan Pacheco.
There you go.
This is Spanish names.
Okay.
Hello, Sterling Gong. And hello, Kino JG.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Who else we have? We have some folks on where have we?
YouTube?
YouTube, yes, of course we have people on YouTube. We have Skypoke N. Hello, Willie Suarez, King Grimlock, Blaster 1221, Bionicle Weirdo, Tyler Turney, Green Overlord Master. Hello to Dippin' Falls and Prime Central, and Ajut Subness. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I got that right. Hello to Terry Salazar. Hi to FCBF123. Hello to Rainan Santi Gulab. Hello. And hi to Chris Bettis and Luna Moon and Sun Tzu Psyops, Zero Verse. Hey, Nathan Webb is here. Hey, Nathan.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna be doing your trivia questions later on. So thanks again for providing those, man. And I know you're going to be doing an art stream, so we'll put up a link for that at some point in the near future. So yeah, hello everybody, welcome to the game.
Special mention to Prime Time. Thank you. I do love my shirt too. It's amazing.
Do you have the same shirt?
Oh, nice. Well,
is that a shared piece of clothing? Do you both have it?
I don't know. I hope he has it because it's truly amazing. If not, just PM me and I will tell you where I bought it.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I think we got everybody around. Let's see. What's up first? I think first we're going to do our event, right? We're going to look at Haywire.
So the event.
All right. Well, hey, let's let the event man show the event.
Hyro, it's your babies.
Give me my baby.
We're going to do a magical thing where we show the game. Ready? Whoa, we did it.
Yeah. It's showing.
Yes. Nice.
Okay.
It
works.
Max is running the show. He's got it now.
Max is the mind, we are the body, right?
Pretty much. All right, go ahead.
Haywire. It's a new core event, Alpha Trion, and it says Alpha Trion, a rational mind with millennia of experience, is the personification of wisdom. His powers enlighten those whose minds are ready, bringing them incredible insights and revelations. What does it mean? That when you equip a bot with the Alpha Trion core, they will generate ability points just by sheer power of will. And that's actually the first time we have something like that, right?
Yeah, it's the first chance you have to get more ability points than you can actually get by destroying buildings.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I like the logo, especially kind of reminds me to Predator.
Yeah, you can thank Hasbro for that one. You know, I've been watching the Power of the Prime series, the Machinima Power of the Prime series out on Go 9. Is that right? Yes, I hope I got that right. I don't know because we can't watch it on that in the UK. We have to watch it on other ways. But it's really cool. That symbol, that Prime symbol, keeps coming up in the show.
It's a big
which
thing
is
now.
awesome. Yeah.
All of them, and also the art is amazing. Well, let's see the event itself. There is nothing really new. So we have a format now established for the Prime Core Shard events, and that's it. You can go through. It's an Aliens tournament.
It's individual.
It's individual tournament. I'm lying here. Individual tournament. and you are getting triple XP, that's for sure, and you are getting Prime Core Shards and a Spark. It's themed on Prime Core Shards and a Spark, and over 30 prestiges. Why not 10? Why not 60? Because we found out, thanks for your feedback, that 30 is a very optimal format for a weekend, and it's not really hard, but it's also enjoyable and you get many prizes. So going through all the prestiges, 30 prestiges, you will get up to 30,000 Spark, that's quite a lot, and up to 2,700, if I am not wrong, Prime Core Shards. So every 2 events, you will have a Prime Core guaranteed. So yeah, that's the event for this weekend.
Yeah, I think the goal is to also, some people have not managed to finish the event last weekend, so maybe with the 200 or 300, they will be able to get from manage to capture that. So
yeah, that's the idea. Always having a surplus of these shards. We are not as cheap as you believe we are, so we are always trying to have this little bit extra. So it's not 2 months per one, but a bit less.
Alright, cool.
But because the Prime Cores are also so good, we don't want people to get one every time you run this event, because then you're just gonna give them all of them. And just, I mean, we want these events to just keep going for a while.
Absolutely.
So we don't want to also, because if you get all those 12 cores, then you're gonna equip them all to all your bots, and then the rest of the cores will not be useful anymore. So
that was actually a discussion we had on how to offer them. Why not getting it from the event directly? Why a random crystal? And the thing is that if everybody has the same cores, everybody is equipping the same cores, every battle will be kind of the same. So we wanted to add this factor of variety.
cool.
That's it. Last week I was seeing some people asking about the bundle, so I think I will sneak peek the bundle for this weekend. It will be healers. It will be Foresight and Reflector. You need a good healer for your collection. This weekend is your chance. And actually, I love Reflector, how it divides into 3 little guys.
Yeah.
And I guess, technically speaking, that was hard to implement, probably.
Yeah, we didn't know how to pretty much do him, because he's pretty much the same bot. And that's why we just use like the decoys from that we have from RC and the first aid to actually use him as the 2 other characters. That was the best way, but it would be nice, I guess, if we had them to transform into the camera, but we just don't have the technology. So it turned out alright, could have been better, but yeah, it's hard to do with
still special,
characters,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
We could have done Reflector 1, Reflector 2, Reflector 3 separate boats, and it would be not as good.
That would not be as good, no. No, we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that to our fans.
So yeah, as Cairo mentioned, it's going to be triple XP, so it's a good opportunity to use this event to go for the max prestige and also get as much XP as you want for your boats.
Get the spark, level them up, keep things rolling.
Alright, cool. And you wanted to...
I'm gonna
go ahead.
like someone mentioned an exploit that's going around when someone sometimes Commander leaves a war because of the new Alliance war changes we have done.
Yeah.
We have actually implemented the fix, so it's gonna be coming in probably next week. So because we did found like the ways, and we also made some other changes to not allow for alliances to start a war with members that have the Alliance war ban. So it's not it's not only the commander, so you don't actually, they could start and not have enough people, and then the war will just forfeit. So there will be some notification if you try to do a war and some of the commander or the officers or someone else is in a ban, that will tell you that you won't be able to do a war at the moment. So we did jump on it as soon as we saw the mentions that this is happening. So next week this is going to be fixed.
Let me address another question that popped up around the event, which was, did we remove the Vector Prime Core? Because, the question was relevant to, there is a very, very occasional bug with the Vector Prime Core, I think currently in the live game, where if, I don't even know what the circumstances are.
We don't know the exact circumstances. It's when it activates, I think usually during an ability, if the ability, if he died during the ability or something, or it goes back to the ability user, then it could crash.
Yeah, but we have a fix for that, and that's on its way out very soon.
Yes.
So because we have a fix, we know we've got the fix, we know it's on its way, for people who want the Vector Prime Core, we didn't remove it from the Prime Cores that you could get, because otherwise it's kind of, well, it's pretty bad for people who actually want the Prime Core if we take out this chance to get it. The fix is coming very, very soon, that'll be out there.
It'll be coming out next week pretty much. So if you update your client next week, you can get the fix. So if you have that code, just pretty much like as soon as you see the update, you grab it and hopefully everything will be fine.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other cool things going to be in that update too, so you want to get it.
Yeah.
Let's see, just one other thing, it was a great moment today, speaking of Vector Prime, where Yanis was playing.
I was on watching a replay for my alliance, and I was following Hotspot Sacrifice, and he died pretty much, but then suddenly he came back alive, and I was like, oh, Vector Prime actually does work at times, and he actually managed to, after that he managed to do another rush and pop the other outpost. I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. So it has its uses, but it is a hardcore to learn how to use, I think. Yeah, because you have to time it really correctly.
I think that was a really smart use of it, though, to put it onto a bot that you know is going to dive in and is going to be sacrificed.
Pretty much. But still, you have to time it for the 9 seconds before or something, because otherwise he will just respawn whenever it's killing him to where you actually sacrifice him, so he's going to die again. Yeah, so it takes some skill to pull that off.
And of course, it gets, the more you level it up, the longer it gets and the easier it is to use. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It was like, Vector Prime.
It didn't cross again.
Maybe one thing about Vector Prime as well. We ask people when they ticket it in and ask us what to do about it, to not use it for the moment. And it's still the case, of course. If you do want to use the bot, however, that the Vector Prime is currently in, if you have it, and you know that it costs quite a lot, then write us in and we'll reimburse the energon cost for this. So just as on a side note for this.
Well, that's very nice to point out.
Awesome. So your favorite question, Josh?
Oh, what's my favorite?
How's the Winblade fix coming along?
it's. I think it's good, right? Like, has it gone through testing yet?
It's been tested, verified. They will, I don't know if you put it in the release or.
Yeah, it's in the release. Pretty sure it's in the release. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know though which release version. If it's the cold, then it will be probably in 2 weeks when it's coming in. So.
Yeah, I think that's it, because we want to make sure it went through full testing. Yeah. But yeah, it's coming very soon. It worked. It worked. I think it looks better, honestly. I like it. You'll see when the Windblade fix comes in. What she'll do is she'll launch the missiles as she transforms, and they shoot to the target about the same time that she's flying there. Yeah, and they have like varied flight paths, so they can kind of say missiles.
So she's always gonna land where you want her to land.
Yeah. She'll always land exactly where you want her to land. And I know some people are like, oh, don't fix it, I like it when she flies back. But it's unpredictable is the problem.
Well, actually, it was kind of predicted. Like, I think if there was something on the bottom of the thing, it was when it was flying back. And I did find a way to like, oh, now I know I can actually put her back. But it's fine. Yeah, predictable is what we should be doing.
Predictable is what it has to do. Yeah. You can't just be using abilities and not know what's going to happen with them. So, unless they're built that way, and it's supposed to happen that way. But in this case, it was not. So yes, the fix, yes. Coming soon to a game near you. I think Cairo wanted to talk about something before. You wanted to go ahead and talk about what's happening next week.
Why? What's happening next week?
What's happening next week? Well,
is it Christmas already?
Let's look at the thing. What's there? It's not there. It's there. Come on.
Okay, we're back.
Wait.
There! Whoa! Second anniversary! Yes, we are 2 years old now. Feeling old already?
Almost 2.
Almost 2 years, yeah.
Almost there. Yeah, I see a lot of questions.
September is, September. The Saturday is the day, Saturday 2nd of June is when we're actually the 2nd year anniversary. So pretty much we have some cool stuff coming in your way next week. I don't know, are we gonna tell them about today?
Yeah, we can tell.
Okay.
It's just a bit, right? Or everything. Were you here when they released the game, guys?
Yes, I was here before we even announced the game.
Who was it? Was it like a chaos or? how was it? The very first day. It's so light.
It was tense because we didn't know how everything is gonna be. Though it was running in the Philippines and a beta version for a while, but yeah, it was pretty tense. And we're still, I think, doing some quite big changes even during launch. So I think we were fine. The game was ready to launch for a few weeks. We had it ready, and then someone mentioned a really critical bug, and we had to rush in the last few days to get it out. So
the last minute changes.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Nice. Well, so we are glad you are with us, guys, for these 2 years. And we'll have a special anniversary. I think it's by far the best one we have had of the two. And it will have some rewards for players. I see here a lot of people asking for a 5-star crystal. We don't have a 5-star bot. I don't have one. It's too much. It requires a lot of work, and that's how it's supposed to be. But we have plans to give the second best thing after a 5-star bot. You will know what it is next week. So yeah, we'll have a special event with a lot of very nice rewards, including this special reward. We'll have a special bundle with some of the most wanted bots, and actually have read some mention in there, but I won't tell which ones yet. We'll have giveaways, very nice giveaways for some fun stuff, some useful stuff, some powerful stuff. So we'll have a lot of prizes this year actually. We'll have a lot of stuff going on social media, Facebook, Twitch. We'll have most probably Simon Foreman, if I am not wrong, next week on the Twitch.
I hope so. I hope someone's told Simon.
He's coming in.
He's coming. We'll have the highlights of the last year, so this kind of data, curiosities that has happened on the game. It will be a very nice thing. It will be a very nice thing. So I hope you are with us. Don't miss it out.
Woo! Join us next week
Party
to find
time.
more detail.
One more time. Can I switch it over? Okay.
Take over.
And there it is. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright. Shall we then do some dialogue?
Ooh, dialogue. Dialogue time. Alright, is the game, are we ready for a dialogue?
Yeah.
Are you going to join us on dialogue?
Of course.
Okay.
I will never miss a dialogue.
Alright, let me
down there so I can actually show the child later.
Alright. Ooh, Haywire.
Alright.
This logo is amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
this picture is like a zodiac of primes.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
nice.
If you, in the series, like, it's all over the place. It's pretty awesome. Oh, and I didn't illegally stream that. I think it's on, I can't remember the service, like, off the top of my head, but it is available outside the US. Not illegally. Alright, so we're ready.
Who's doing tracks? Who's
Tracks. I'll do tracks.
Right,
I'll do tracks. Let me see. Tracks he's a California guy. I can't remember what his, I should have looked up the cartoon, what he sounded like. So I'll just do something very California for tracks.
Oh.
Yeah.
It can be melody.
Yeah, okay, go for it. Alright, here we go. Tracks. Where's my strike team? They didn't wait for me.
We singer? Okay. No. Just a small matter of urgency about the prime core versus the buff on your chases, Tracks.
You have a very deep voice. But I look amazing, right, Melody? Better than amazing. Those Cybertronian alt modes, all functionality, no style. But Earth, I love how much time you humans lavish on looking good.
That's us, as shallow as they come. Maybe you should think about rolling out. Springer and the others have already reached the salt flats.
Salt flats. Sounds corrosive. Bad for the bodywork. But hey, these things are sent to try us.
Aren't they?
Oh well, can't sit around here gossiping. Laters.
Melody, we are on site. The prime core is messing with us on some level though. I tried to leap and nearly shot myself into orbit.
It could be a power enhancer. Treat carefully, Springer. You might want to take some of your system offline for safety's sake.
And leave out ourselves wide open. If the cons decide to attack, there's no cold out here. We're totally exposed as it is.
Hey, leave it to me, Springer. I can get in and out faster than you can flutter an optic shutter.
No, Cheeto, wait!
Woohoo!
And
Sideswipe.
Okay, and there he goes. Next stop, Nevada.
Hey!
Woo!
As always,
Long time.
making it weird.
Thanks for hanging around.
Yeah, thanks for saying.
Hanging around through that. Yes, Trax is doing his Trax thing, which is awesome and a lot of fun. And they're going after a new power core, and that's what's happening. So I hope you enjoyed that. No, that was fun. Let's move on. What's the next thing we wanted to do? Oh, I wanted to show the Galvatron Core Challenge Battle. Because I don't think we've done that yet. We've shown...
We've shown what the core does.
Yeah, we've shown... well, we talked about what the...
Yeah.
We saw the description, but I don't think we actually saw it in play, did we?
No,
No,
we haven't done
okay.
that yet.
So let's see it in play.
Do I
Let's
have
see it
to?
again. Do you want
Okay.
to, or shall I? You do it. You're better at the game. Well, no, I wouldn't say you're better. I would say that maybe you have more practice.
More practice, yeah.
But, you know, as to who is better at playing Transformers Earth Wars, that is a question that is yet to be decided.
Okay, so just to remind, this is a usual challenge battle we use for Prime Core. So you start with the 0 abilities. You have like 5 bots, or you have some of the Prime Cores we release, except for Vector Prime.
Yeah, Vector Prime I left out for the moment. Now, something I want to point out here is I'm doing this on purpose so that you get a good idea of the relative power of everything, right? I want the sort of a clear standard for these challenge battles, so as each Prime Core comes out, you get a feel for it, comparing it to the last challenge battle. Things don't change, essentially.
Okay. So we have Wheeljack here with Alpha Trion. As you can see, it's pretty much max level Alpha Trion, and it gives you 1 ability point every 16 seconds. Elita 1 with Alchemist Prime that converts the attack damage to healing. Cap with Leech Maximo that hacks nearby outposts. Windblade with tap it. Megatronus that uses your DPS to cause fire damage around her area, and Springer with Micronus that heals everyone in an area of effect. So let's see, what should we do? Okay, let's go in.
Alright, starting out with Cup. So Cup can use Liege Maximo to hack those outpost spots, and then bringing in the rest of the team behind him. And now
the first ability went already from the Alpha Trion core.
Yeah, so you can see that we've got some extra ability points, and there goes another one. Those ability points, I love seeing it. You actually see them in the UI the same way that you see them fly across the screen, the same way that you do when you're attacking a building and you get an ability point from the building. That was awesome. Hats off to James, our engineer, for pulling that off in like 5 seconds. It was really quick. He just did it. So that's awesome. Galvatron here is at its max level, so you're getting an ability point every 16 seconds. Is that right?
Yep.
So over the course of the battle, I believe if the battle runs the entire time, that's adding up to a bit more than 11 ability points that you're getting for absolutely free for doing nothing but having someone equipped with the Galvatron core. The Galvatron core, when you look at like one ability point, you might not think, you know, this doesn't seem quite as powerful. But it's coming in at really clinch moments, and you're not having to do anything about it, right? Like
yeah, you just gain one, yeah.
Yeah, it's just generating on its own. And that's an ability not to be underestimated. When you need that clinch moment, when you need to be able to activate an ability, it's going to come through for you. I mean, you can think about it like in some ways, being able to use an ability twice is going to happen just because you have this power core, right? Equipped to somebody. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about having it. I think probably the best spots to put it on is someone who you don't necessarily need any other power core equipped to. Somebody who you're not, who's kind of working in the back, working, or maybe working the front lines, but something that doesn't necessarily need other abilities and can really use that ability slot to support your entire team, because this is a multiplier on everything your entire team does.
Oh, yay!
Yay! And victory is imminent.
There's a few questions also about the core thing, like does the counter still go up while Combiner is active?
It does not. It does not go up. Like everything else going on in the game, the counter is it's paused while the Combiner is out, and then when it comes back, it begins ticking again. Okay. Is my understanding. And if you see otherwise, let me know, and we'll make sure that gets fixed. But as far as I know, that is correct.
Cool. Do you want to do another try, or someone else wants to do a try? Or?
I don't know. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like it's a quite straightforward ability, so it's not something we have to check to solve too much. Like you just gain ability points, and yeah, we'll see. Like if people think it's too little or anything. I mean, we've already like made changes to some of the core, so if feedback is that it's not that what people think, then we can reassess it. But I do think like it's what 15 ability points during a battle extra, or whatever we said is the maximum level. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. It's a little over 11 when it comes to 11. Yeah. So yeah, that's the Alpha Trion core. I'm excited about it. And also remember that when you're pulling on that pulling that prime core, you have a chance at any prime core that you don't currently have. So. It's not just a shot at the Alpha Trion core, it's also a shot at every prime core that you don't have yet.
Very much.
What's your favorite prime core so far?
I think the hacking core is pretty awesome. The way I'm using it pretty much to sacrifice some of my bots next to the outpost, because then they turn around and actually goes down to the middle of the base. If I had it, my Chronos would also be pretty awesome, because then if you put him in one of your gunners next to your other gunners, provides an extra bit of healing. I think those two are my favorite ones.
Oh, cool. My favorite is Power Core that's yet to come.
That's cheating.
I know. No, I kind of have to say Megatronus. I mean, it's it's partially just the flair. I know, like, gameplay-wise, they're all doing really cool things, but the Megatronus one, with setting the bot on fire, it's just awesome. Just awesome.
It's the effect is the best one, especially when you equip it and pretty much the bot just goes on fire. Just
it's awesome. Alright, cool. So, let's see, what do we have? I have some questions that I wanted to get to. Oh, I wanted to talk... first about
big game. No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. I wanted to talk about some buffs, some things happening in a release that's coming to you very, very soon, because I had a chance to do some work on some things, and I'm really happy about it. Answer some of your questions too. We talked about Windblade. Got the Windblade fix coming up. Here's a little one that I'm happy to have fixed. Soundwave will no longer breakdance for when he wins. So he won't. He'll stop doing his smooth moves, which were out of character. It's not a Soundwave thing to do. So that's gonna change. Not a big thing. Bigger things that you're probably really happy about: Warpath and Skull Smasher. A lot of people were looking at Warpath and Skull Smasher compared to other gunners and saying that while they've got good health, which they do, they have really good health for a gunner, they don't quite have the damage. They don't quite have the DPS that you see in some of the other gunners, and that's why you play a gunner. That's why you put a gunner out there.
The gunner doesn't need to have an amazing ability sometimes. It just needs to just walk around and smash things. So if his DPS was a bit low, he wouldn't be as useful.
So in what we're doing is we're increasing the damage on Warpath and Skull Smasher, leaving the health exactly where it is, just bringing the damage up to a place where it's in a better comparable to other gunners. So it's going to be about a 20% increase in the base damage of Warpath and Skull Smasher, and that's increasing their basic attack hits. It also increases the damage that they do on their line shot, on their ability. But yeah, just a general damage buff for those two. So that's coming soon. And what's next? Snarl. Snarl and Hunger. So Snarl and Hunger, I've got Hunger, and I've played around with Hunger, and I was always frustrated by the range on Hunger, as I feel like a lot of people have been.
It's like it's really hard to get him in range to use his ability when you actually need it, because it's always just a little bit further away, especially if there are walls in the middle.
So what I've done is taken the ability range on Snarl and Hunger and extended that to the same range as on most of the other warriors in the game. So most of our warriors have a rush attack that is sort of a medium range attack, lets you get them into position and do the awesome things they need to do. So Snarl and Hunger will have that same range. And also the ability point use for Snarl and Hunger's ability will be reduced by 1. So taking it down just a little bit so you can use them a little more frequently or a little earlier in the battle. But on top of that, most importantly, you can get them out where you need them to be.
Yeah.
All right. Sounded good? Sounded fun? There's more, but wait. But wait, that's not all. One other thing, saw a lot of questions about this here, and seen it in other places too. Galvatron. Ultra Magnus and Galvatron are like the only 2 bots in the game.
They have different abilities.
They have different abilities, yeah, between the 2 versions. So like Galvatron and Ultra Magnus released at the same time. They had abilities that were similar, but not exactly the same. So the difference between them, Galvatron's ability is very reliable. Galvatron shoots a beam that hits a target and it deals damage to everything between Galvatron and the target, and then deals damage to the target and does a big explosion. It's a lot of stuff going on, but it's really straightforward. It always happens exactly the same way. Ultra Magnus, not at all always the same way. Ultra Magnus targets something. There's 3 rockets that are guaranteed to hit it, but then there's a bunch of other rockets that just swarm all around it, exploding all in the area, and sometimes it hits this thing, sometimes it hits that thing. Does a lot of damage, it looks really awesome, but it's really a lot less predictable. So that made it kind of hard to balance at the beginning of it, how much damage it was going to do to the target that it was hitting. But as I played through it, did some math, crunched some numbers, it looked like in general about 3 of those rockets were always going to hit the target, or at least get somewhere near the target and do enough damage that, in general you could rely on like 3.5 of the damage of those little rockets hitting the target too. So that really made the discrepancy between Galvatron and Ultra Magnus happen, because Ultra Magnus would randomly do a lot more damage than Galvatron would to their specific target. So, long explanation out of the way, what we're doing is we're taking the damage that Galvatron deals to the target, not like the beam damage, and not the explosion damage, just the damage that it deals to that specific target, and we're increasing that to be on par with what Ultra Magnus is dealing in that same situation.
Yeah.
So, yes, that is putting them on the same level. Actually, in some cases, Galvatron is doing a bit more damage because Galvatron's base damage is actually a little higher than Ultra Magnus's. And also, Ultra Magnus sometimes just randomly does not hit that same target. So, it varies. Sometimes Ultra Magnus deals a little more, sometimes Galvatron deals a little more, but now they should be a bit more equivalent, a bit more on par with each other. So, those changes should be coming to you sometime very soon.
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it and it's actually what you're after.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Hope you do enjoy it. Any RC news? Just looking on here, there was
another one about Springer's second ability, which I kind of agreed might need a look of.
Oh really? I haven't looked at that yet.
Yeah, because I was even using it in the stream, and it just always feels like it's meant to attract the defenses towards Springer, and yet he has the shield that actually deflects some of the damage. Yeah. But then it fires rockets, which go to random buildings. The damage is not that high, but also including that, the fact that it's so totally random, you're not really going to use it. At least sometimes you're going to attract everyone as you if someone else is getting hurt. But then Springer might die. So
it's mainly a defensive ability, right?
Yeah.
It's like trying to protect the other box.
But I think there might be some room for improvement. So maybe you can have a look.
All right, I'll take a look. Let's see. I will take a look. Other questions that I saw coming in. I saw the Green Overlord Commander got his first combiner. Yay. Or her. I don't know what your gender is. But congratulations on your first combiner. Yes.
Oh.
Someone asked, what do you think about Hasbro getting the Power Rangers? Hasbro has acquired the Power Rangers. I think it's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Amazing. I don't think we're gonna get Power Rangers to our game, but it's great news from Hasbro. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Hasbro is awesome. They do a great job with just about everything they touch. So that's good news for Power Rangers fans. So yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Some people asked about new triple changers. We have been talking about new triple changers. They're not coming up like very soon, but we definitely have been discussing them. Don't think that that Springer and crew are the last triple changes you'll see in the game. More will come. Let's see.
Let's say another interesting question, like who does the animation for the bots and the poses and transformations? So I think at the moment we outsource this to a company called Games Astra, which we give them a brief and they give us a kind of a demo, and then we kind of feedback on what we want them to be doing. I think originally though, when the game launched and we would make them internally, we had like sometimes like Adam was actually doing the transformation animation in a way, kind of on the ground, and then we were using that video to make the actual animation.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So there was a history, but they were just also outsourcing that, so we're giving that to the externals, and we had a video, with the bots to do like kind of a cartwheel thing, like RC and things like that. Imagine Adam doing that.
I would love to see those videos.
I think I've seen some available. We must have some of those. They were pretty great. Like, like you've seen the videos where like someone has the small kids that have like the amazing Transformer costumes, so they just fall up and become
those are so
I think we were doing the same thing with no costumes.
I'm sorry, someone mentioned that I was about to say something about RC and then stop myself. RC, we've got something cool for RC that I can't tell you about, but it'll come out in the not too distant future. And that's all I can say about RC for the moment. That's what I was getting to.
This one that might be interesting. How long does it take to create a new set of bots?
Oh, wow. So, that's a good question. I would say the best answer is months, more than 1 month. The amount varies. It depends on what else is going on. But yeah, we start that process several months before the bot actually arrives in your hands. It goes through a long sort of process of making sure we got the look of the bot right, making sure that checking with Hasbro and making sure that we love the bot universally, making sure that we're getting the right sort of look and feel for a game, and then creating that and creating the animations for that, creating all the textures for that. If we have any, like attachment, like special guns or anything like that, creating all those things, and then I have to make the ability, and then we have to write some text, and there's a lot of stuff. So yeah, months go into each bot. Yes.
And we just keep doing it over and over again. So
and we do. We do. New bots coming. Tracks and Cutthroat will be coming to you soon. Think as you look at Tracks and as you look at Cutthroat, think, these bots took several months to make. Yeah. Cool. Well, we should probably
do some of the trivia.
Yeah, do the trivia.
Time is running out.
We're getting towards trivia time. Wow, we've actually taken up time without that. Amazing.
Let's do the trivia, and you can answer some more questions while people are like going through their answers and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with trivia. So, question 1. It's a bit tying back into the questions of last week. So, on last week's stream, the answer to one of the questions was that Cutthroat had 0 lines of dialogue in his cartoon appearance. That is true, but one of our viewers pointed out we got his first speaking episode wrong. So the question is now, which episode of the G1 cartoon did Cutthroat get his first speaking role? Alright.
Alright, so yeah, which episode did Cutthroat actually say something? And while you're getting your posts up there, let me answer some questions that have come through. Let's see, there's a question about the aerial, an ability damage core for aerial bots, which we have discussed a bit. It is not coming in the immediate future, but there is...
It's gonna come.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's gonna come. It's gonna come, and we'll let you know more about when we know.
Yeah. There are some other problems with that, like if we were to just buff the core, then it creates a problem with people just sniping the HQ straight away. So there is some other like elements we need to discuss that, and then if we give that core also to strafe, that becomes pretty much a killing machine.
What
so
we'll need to do.
So there is some balancing to go in there and some other extra work.
Yeah, there's definitely some balance work. Oh! I just forgot. Wanted to mention that our questions, our trivia questions, came to us. They came to us. Yes. Do you have the link? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We should definitely post the link. They came to us from our trivia master Nathan Webb. Wanted to be sure to thank Nathan. Thank you very much, Nathan. We'll get the link posted for you. And Nathan will also be doing an art stream immediately after our stream. So we'll get that posted up as well. Sorry, wanted to get that out of the way before we forgot. All right. And we have lots of answers coming in. Do you want to pick the answers?
Yeah, do you mean the winners?
Yeah, the winners.
Yeah, okay. So let's do Facebook first. Or want
The
to
answers
split it up? Takes one channel?
Go ahead and grab them. Go ahead and grab them.
Okay.
All right. I trust you. I trust your randomness.
All right. Just pick
Max is
random by
impartial.
which name sounds best. No, just kidding.
And while he's doing that, wanted to answer Omega Supreme. I think every stream we get a question about Omega Supreme. So I understand you like Omega Supreme, and that's awesome. That is good to know. We're gonna have to think about Omega Supreme and figure out exactly how we're gonna get Omega Supreme.
Yeah,
again.
we're discussing this week.
Yeah.
For the new bots, like if we're going to do a character, and it's like, I think was it?
We're trying to figure out what Decepticon we would pair with Omega Supreme.
And we found one, and it was like, maybe we should keep this character in the back burner just in case it's Omega Supreme.
We're thinking about Overlord.
Yeah.
Like, would Overlord work best with Omega Supreme? And then we thought about like Scorponok. But so some people would say, oh, Scorponok's a Titan. Well, sometimes he was a Titan. Sometimes he was not a Titan. Sometimes he was. I mean, Scorponok's been a lot of different things. And I don't. So it's a good question for you. Tell us who you think.
Overlord here.
Overlord, you see Overlord. Tell us which bot you think would actually pair well with Omega Supreme. And I'll give you another question. You can figure this one out. Tell us what Omega Supreme's alt mode would be in Transformers Earth Wars, because he's not going to be a rocket and a train track and the thing going around the train track, all of that stuff at the same. No, I mean we're going to figure out how this guy would actually work. So. Send your ideas, tell us your ideas, we'll look at them, let us know what you think. Okay, alright,
Okay,
did you get answers?
Yeah, we have correct answers pretty much everywhere. So let's start with Facebook. We have a Mega Cupcake. I should say what the answer is first.
Oh yeah, what's the answer?
The answer is money is everything.
Money is everything. Classic Transformers G1 episode. I think it's the one where there's like a space captain guy and falls. There's like a love thing going on. Anyway, keep going.
All right. So Mega Cupcake from Facebook. Then we have from YouTube. We have Zero, just Zero. I got the full name here as well, but I'm not going to read that out. And from Twitch we have Temacula. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Congratulations. Good job.
We're gonna get that to you, and as always, if you don't get your prizes later today, write us. We get them to you.
All right.
Second question?
Second question.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready, let's do it. So,
Sticking with Generation 1 again, the G1 toy of Trax had an amazing piece of artwork on the back of the packaging depicting a space battle between all of the 1985 toys. But the artist made a mistake. He painted Trax in the wrong color. What color was he painted in this painting? Should I read that out again?
Yeah, one more time.
So, the G1 toy of Trax had an amazing piece of artwork on the back of the packaging, and it was depicting a space battle in which all of the toys from 1985 were starred, but Trax had the wrong color. Which color did he have?
What was the color?
I'm happy to show the painting later as well, but once we have answers, not before. Do you see any already? Answers coming in.
Actually,
People are
maybe
guessing wildly around.
People are. I do see some things happening. You know, this one's a little easy to guess on. You know, there aren't that many. Well, there are a lot of colors. Maybe you have to get the exact tone. No.
All right, you have to do the hex thing.
The code and the zero.
All right, cool.
Alright, you got any more questions you can ask?
Yeah. I will do that. The scouts. There was a question about the scouts. So I am actually, hopefully tomorrow, going to start looking at the scouts. And by scouts, we're talking about Perceptor. We're talking about Bumblebee. We're talking about who else? Who am I?
Dust-Up? No, Rust-Dust.
Rust-Dust, yeah, that's right, Rust-Dust. And of course...
The equivalent Decepticons.
Yes,
which
of course.
I don't know them because I'm not notable.
Oh, come on.
I get it wrong, so
it's Scrapnel, and it's Bombshell, and I don't know what the Rust-Dust is off the top of my head.
It's one of the Constructicons, I think,
yeah.
but I can't remember if it's Scavenger or someone else.
Anyway,
Scavenger, you're right.
Yes! I am aware... Oh, Scavenger, you got it right! Yes,
yeah!
Nice!
Never failed.
I am aware, yes, I agree that their stats are kind of weak compared to the other bots in the game. That is something that will be addressed, and I'm hopefully going to be able to work on that tomorrow. I don't want to push it out too soon. I want to be sure that our testers get a full round, so don't expect that in the next update, so that we have time to make sure the balance is correct. But it will be coming soon. So yes, that is a thing that I want to look at, and will be looking at very soon.
Josh, you are on fire.
Oh, I am?
No, literally.
Oh.
Just roll.
Yeah, so that is happening. So you got some winners?
I got some winners.
Yeah.
First, the solution. The correct answer is not pink or purple, as I've seen a couple of times in the chats. No, it is red.
Red.
It was painted in red.
Red is the color.
A funny little thing. He was later. This character was later turned into a different character based on this kind of mistake. Who is Road Rage?
Road Rage, yeah. Who's actually a female transformer. So Trax is yes, and I think she was in a lot of the Japanese stuff too. Anyway, Nathan actually sent us this picture from the back of the box. I'm going to see if I can.
Yeah, I mean, I love that art from the original G1.
I think I have it here in the tool. So
Oh, you have it. Can you?
Do we have it?
No, I don't think we have it. Yeah. I'm just going to put it up on the screen.
If I send you a link? Or...
There we go.
There.
Yeah.
It's good. Good. Yeah. Got it.
There it is.
Yeah, that's good.
Whoa, that's cool.
Nice work. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, winners. Congratulations. And thanks again to Nathan. Did we get his links posted?
Not yet.
Okay.
I need to, because I don't have it here, I need to type it.
Oh, you're going to type it. Wow. Okay. Yes. Coming up very shortly. Okay. Well, we've only got a couple of minutes left, so while Max types that out.
Let's see if there's any last-minute questions.
Any last-minute answers to last-minute questions?
Are we getting another medic in the future?
Oh, wow, the medics. There's none on the horizon. There are none coming soon, and the reasons, there are a couple of reasons for that. One is balance. It's a tricky thing to be considering a possibility of 4 medics in a team. So that's one of the considerations that we have to look at. Another is there aren't many Transformers characters that really lend themselves to being medics.
There was a suggestion about Rhinox from Beast Wars.
Oh, yeah, you know, we haven't tapped into the Beast Wars characters. That's an interesting suggestion.
I don't know. Maybe we'll consider it, I think, for sure.
We will
but yeah, there is
a
a problem with it, like how many healers we want in the game for sure.
Yeah, we'll want to balance it. There may be, might want to do some tricky stuff to make sure that that there can't be too much healing on one particular
We know if you have more than already used 3, then you could end in the situation of the triangle of the 3 healers healing each other.
Yeah.
So if it's 4, it would be like
the square of healers healing each other.
So let's say who won, because everyone is like wants to find out.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we kind of skipped that.
Oh, we skipped one.
So
That's my fault. Sorry.
no worries. The winners from Facebook is Groovemaster. Congratulations. From YouTube we have Razorquake, and from Twitch we have Altered Beast. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Sorry for delaying that announcement by talking about stuff. Congratulations. Good job.
Right. And you should have the link as well to Nathan's Facebook page, and I'm gonna check out where you can watch his live stream, an art stream that is starting right now, basically. So I'll get that to you as well in the chat in a second.
All right. So I believe that is all for this week. So to recap, we talked about the Haywire event coming up, where you have a chance to win a Prime Core, you have a chance to win the new Alpha Trion Core, as well as the full range of other cores. We saw the awesomeness of Alpha Trion in battle as it fueled our ability points.
Yeah, you also get triple XP, so a chance to level up your bots.
Yeah, triple XP, we didn't even call that out. So yeah,
We
triple XP.
did call it.
Oh,
Just remind you.
Good. We talked about some buffs for some bots that are coming up soon. And don't forget, coming up very, very soon, next Saturday. Next Saturday. Happy birthday to us next Saturday.
Pretty much, yeah. Second year anniversary coming in next week. Next stream we're gonna have Simon Ferman joining us, and we're also gonna have more detail about what the giveaway is gonna be for the second year anniversary. So be there.
Yeah. We'll see you then. All right. See you next week.
See you next week, guys.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.